one. But hey, we're on to, in Danganronpa, we're finally on to our first class trial. Hooray indeed.
Dangaranpa.
So we're gonna try and talk to some people, see what they say, and then if I can't seem to get anybody to actually talk to me about anything, we'll just go straight into the rest of it.
Listen to me!
Ooh.
You hear me? Got it!
That's him trying to give me the hint to go check the doors and see that they're swapped. Which I already knew. Eliminates one of the problems, but still has at least 5. I mean, there's one really, really big problem that you're never going to be able to fix, and that is that you can't skip the entire level of Granny Canyon.
Very strange.
I think I've already talked to him about this. Except we already know that it's not because of you, because somebody already swapped the nameplates.
Seems like...
Gasp, our nameplates are swapped. It's called the Revenge Strat. It stayed up until 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. Is Hafati still in here? Yes, he is.
Come on, come on.
You know, he's a giant perv, but at the same time, it seems like his heart's not in the completely wrong place. I haven't been in here at all. I think if you go to the kitchen, you should get one. I already got the, I already got the hint for, talking to the knife. Was there somebody in the kitchen that I missed? Because I don't think I saw anybody in there. If there is, I definitely need to talk to him, because I need to know. Oh! Aoi! Did you notice one of the kitchen knives is missing? Yeah, I told her that. Thought it was kind of strange that they're suddenly disappearing. Yeah, because it was the one that was...
That's right.
Well, I remember them also being...
Well...
Tea and the knives were still there. When we finished the tea... Haha! Sweet! Well then, who was it? You should tell me exactly who it is.
Because, I mean...
Consider everything together. Oh, I just want to give her a hug. She's such a sweetheart, and I really want to know her character better too. But that's the most important one right there. So there's proof it's not me because we know that the knife was there. She should really be the person who tells me everything. If she would just tell me who freaking walked in and took the knife, I would know exactly who the killer is. I don't know. What do I do now? I have a bunch of clues and no clue what to do with it. I guess I haven't listened to her CD yet. Am I supposed to do that right now? Yep. Am I gonna be sad? It's gonna be all of her pop friends are gone, right? Sayaka. Yeah, all of her friends positively glowing. That's because she's amazing. Tear. Vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice come to despise.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly, the screen went dark, and in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What? Why is the stage in ruins? The figures of the other girls who all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart.
No!
None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
If anything, I feel like that kind of message would make her want to kill herself. She has nothing to go back to. What person would take things this far? Why is that guy the worst? I'm assuming I'm supposed to have all the answers now.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started,
You're a piece of garbage, Monokuma.
It's time for the long-awaited...
I mean, if she genuinely... To be fair, it is kind of weird with all of that fighting going on, especially with the sword. I need to know who walked in and got the knife.
Well, now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door
But also-
on the first floor of the school.
Oh, I wondered what that door was for. Also, you're a monster. Don't you bring up Yuri at a time like this.
See you soon.
Red door on the first floor. I know exactly where it is. Does it even let me walk there? Oh, I guess, kinda.
You!
Get over it, Taka. What is that, like? That's such a, like, sly look.
Listen to me!
Wait for the class trial. Yeah. Then we can review. Hey, wait a second. It's not my crime. Oh, shoot. What was the full number behind her? 7311? I still don't know what that means. The one who murdered Sayaka is really one of us. Yes, we've already gone over that. It's depressing.
Is everyone here? Okay, then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Can I talk to them now? Is there a point in talking to them? Well then, time has finally come. Are you ready? Yeah, no, it looks like this is just gonna be generic stuff. I'm gonna talk to them really quick.
You know what I mean.
Oh, shut up, Toko. I feel like Celeste actually knows everything that's going on.
I'm sorry.
Got it!
At least he's honest with me. Oh, she didn't get to do anything. There's totally no point in me talking to all these guys.
Impossible. You know?
What?
That was totally pointless. I have no clue why I decided to talk to all of them. No choice to get on the elevator. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Am I scared? No. Scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
It's up to me to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. Yeah. Trust me. Sayaka is someone who really deserves to have everything truthful come forward. Everyone else is already on the elevator, the doors closed, and then it went to move. Steelbox descended with a heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels like when his time has finally come. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further to the bowels of the school. You finally arrived. Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Shit.
No, not even close.
Well now.
Okay, okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up, hurry up. We did what he said and found our seats. That's an interesting setup. Also, still depressing. They were arranged in a giant circle. Setup was everyone could see everybody, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease to anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavier as we sat there. I'm gonna move my mic a little bit closer. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. Yeah, no, we don't get to choose who we sit next to. Isn't that lame? A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Yes, I would love to save the data. That's them telling me, hey, you're gonna goof up, kid. Save now so you can reload your save after you goof up. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Cost 2 SP. I think that's literally my only choice. Was one of the characters named Leo? Please don't tell me it's Leon. He wasn't even that bad. Ah. Because that looks a lot like his name written backwards. Yeah, no, that's definitely Leon. God. Well, that sucks. Because I actually kind of liked Leon.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Not the voice I was expecting for her, even though I've definitely heard her talk before.
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
I hate you, Monokuma.
Friendship penetrates? Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so
Is that
why are there
Monokuma's?
16 seats?
Monokuma.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
No, no, that's a lie, and I know it is.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
Or is it
First up
actually
the
'cause it's
case
technically-
summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Is it actually because it's technically my seat? It's about to begin. Debate who to decide we think the killer is. If I found anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely! As things progress during each class trial, you engage in another number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. It's easier because it's a power of 2. I mean, it does divide better. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded in your truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim and then fire with the left mouse button. ... Okay, pay close attention to each character's statement, and then use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during the arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, I'm ready to get, like, wrecked.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yes, she was.
You know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom.
Stop moving my cursor,
So it
you
seems
punk.
most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
Huh? There's something odd about that last statement. I mean, yes, thank you, Captain Obvious. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important information, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. Well, thank you. So, hold up, did it not shoot?
I assert that the one who
Even
was
though
murdered
Killed and the murder.
I literally shot at it.
So it seems the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I shot at that, I swear. That's stupid. Break!
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
By the way, sorry about that movement stuff.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
I don't know, maybe between Sayaka and the killer?
Between
Ya
Sayaka
doof.
and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been
stupid.
attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even
Oh, that's
need
right, Celeste didn't look at, or not Celeste, Chihiro didn't look at the scene even,
Sorry.
like, remotely, because she couldn't handle it.
So what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka, which was a knife from the kitchen. Can I just say, hey, it was a knife from the kitchen?
So what was used to kill her?
It was a
some
knife
kind
from
of
the kitchen.
sharp object thrust into her stomach.
Are you
Without
stupid?
a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yes.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
It wasn't a random knife, it was specifically one from the kitchen.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Why am I even saying anything?
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
I know it was you, Leon, you piece of garbage.
Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
she's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere, just waiting for us to find it. Maybe the fact that she wrote Leon in her blood. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? I might as well, right? You can concentrate by holding down the space key. When you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay attention. On top of that, it'll study your aim. Oh, that's why it makes my stupid freaking mouse cursor go stupid. Concentrating consumes focus. Shocker. Focus will recover over time. Got it. Good luck and have fun. Yeah, thanks. Have fun. I'm just trying to solve the murder of my friend.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Yeah, you don't say murderer.
Where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right?
No, I did not.
Secret. Nobody would.
Get wrecked.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Objection! Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass... Wait, hold up. Problem. Why are you drinking tea out of a glass? Objection. If you're drinking hot tea, it should be in a teacup. One of the knives was gone. So you're saying the kitchen knife disappeared while you were drinking tea in the dining hall? Yep.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Just on that wavelength.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
1, that would kill her, so that would be stupid. 2, stop being rude to the girl, because she's not an intellectual, you little punk. Man, the more she talks, the more I dislike her.
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear. If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So
That's an
you
important
ask,
question.
And so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Yeah.
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Respect for the bear, at least, like, straight up being, like, honest about that.
Did I say that out loud?
Oh,
Anyway,
he didn't do.
I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Leon.
Hina seems the
This is a piece
obvious
of garbage.
candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
Ah, Sakura coming to the savior.
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Sakura's my girl. She seems so, like, down to earth and awesome. She's just not as cute as Chihiro. Or Junko. Or Sayaka.
Actually, no.
Sayaka.
Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Oh
I
my!
got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Or Celeste, yeah, that's also true. Or Hina.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
Literally all the other girls, then Sakura. Like, she has the best personality,
Stay
probably.
over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
No.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room.
Chihiro is adorable.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Taka. Taka, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, Taka. Sakura's not a boy.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Taka, you're so dumb.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Why are you so dumb, Taka?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Throw him under the
Why
bus.
didn't you say so in the first place?
Throw him under the bus.
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Oh, it was Junko.
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Oh. Did she go get the knife because she was worried about it and wanted to defend herself? And in the end, it actually ended up being what killed her? Because that's depressing. Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was Sayaka. We already know that.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual.
I do want to blame Monokuma, but I know I
When
can't
she came
blame
into
him.
the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself!
The knife is alive.
I'm sure-
The knife killed her.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
He's not wrong.
See? He did do it after all.
Shut up, Toko. You're a piece of garbage.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Knives kill people.
You possess a most terrifying...
Suckling event has been banned. Message deleted. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna
Hold
die.
on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
No, don't you bring logic into this argument.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Probably the fact that the nameplates were swapped
Bewildering?
for no reason.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's the one thing I don't get. Why would anybody swap the nameplates? Did Leon do it so he wouldn't forget because he's an idiot?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
What? Yeah, what's a Hangman's Gambit? Also, what is she talking about? After things advance further, Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. Letters flying around and letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down. Oh, so it's literally Hangman the game. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to influence. When it reaches 0 or running out of time, you fail. Got it. Something that should have been at the scene that wasn't. Is she talking about the screwdriver that they used to take apart the door? Help me out here. What do we got? 4 letters left. Something, something. Well, it's definitely not an R. What? It keeps showing H's. What? Oh, you have to click twice. That's not very clear. H. Oh, it's definitely not H-I-I. H... What am I trying to spell? It must be H-A. Hair? Oh, hair! That's right! The entire place was cleaned. I'm so dumb.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes.
I'm so dumb.
And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
And you're the only one with... Oh, no,
And
technically
that
it's not the
means-
only one with red hair.
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
I don't know if I believe that, because I could have totally just cleaned it up to throw somebody else under the rug. Because otherwise, if there was just my hair and her hair, it looks like straight up I killed her.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
Maybe like the reason that Leon's name is written in blood?
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Oh, sorry, that's so dumb. She's right. Why would I have to go get a screwdriver to unlock the door when I know the way to open it
Sayaka
when there's
was
no
attacked
lock?
in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
That's not true.
And how did the killer get into the
Well,
bathroom?
kind of,
Did they
yes.
have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Why is Kyoko helping us out so much? Where is it?
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
How is he showing this to them? Did he take a picture?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob.
But there wasn't a lock.
This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Bewildering act. It's the door. What is there more to learn? The number of weak spots start going up no matter how many there are. There's only one lie. Oh, I thought that was already going to be true. What, does it make like everything contradictable now?
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
Objection! Just kidding.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Fact.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Fact.
Then the killer ran after her.
Fact.
And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door.
But why?
Because Sayaka had locked it.
False.
No, that's wrong.
Doorknobs kill people.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
Because guys' bathrooms don't have locks, you little stabbing punk.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right, Leon. We're on to you, you little punk.
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Poo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Because they're not smart enough to remember that girls' rooms are the only ones that have locked doors.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The swap signs, but I still don't even know who did that or why they did that. They didn't know that it took place in my room.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was?
Did Monokuma swap the
Inconceivable!
door for some reason? Or
And
was
yet,
it him?
He's absolutely right.
Say what?
Okay, love that.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. The killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Exactly.
That is a definite possibility.
Yep.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms? Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
Leon.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Set up.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Kyoko's too smart. And that's part of why I'm afraid of her, but also, like, very trustworthy of her at the same time.
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Hello? I still have, like, 6 pieces of
Majority
evidence.
rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
Oh, don't you say it like that, Celeste. Girl.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so...
Girl, please.
Well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
My only guess is it's when she went to go get that knife. Because there wasn't a sign of struggle getting into the room. I think she went to go get the knife from the kitchen, and that actually let them sneak in.
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
It is also possible because she had to walk out with the key and unlock the door, too.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monica...
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
We know that's not true.
That can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like
Swear
someone
to God,
doesn't know
Gopher.
his place.
I'm gonna slap you.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Why are you pointing at not him? He's the one who made the argument. Why are you pointing at me? There's no reason, because she was already freaking out. Would it be the switching rooms thing? No, I didn't mean to do that.
Because Sayaka was already scared.
Oh, wait. Oh, cool.
remember?
It did work.
That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Whoops. Okay, I was worried about it.
Knowing what she'd been
That
through,
was my thought
I
process.
just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
That was definitely my thought process, but I wasn't 100% sure whether or not it would go there because it wasn't
What
clear
if her
from the
being
clue.
scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I have to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates, make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Where was the
Oh
notepad?
man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Hina, please.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
I still think she's
and
an
I should
assassin.
also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Did she try to kill Leon?
Huh?
I'm
Which
so
means
confused.
Only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No.
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Which, to be fair, none of us actually know what hers looks like. Then that note, Sayaka wrote it.
but why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what
Go for you,
young man
perv.
could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened. Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say?
I would love
Very
to hear
well
what you have
then.
to say.
Pay attention.
The dorm nameplates are really weird.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
That is a fact.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Except somebody
No,
swapped
that's
the
wrong.
stupid thing. Cyclone, you troll.
The
Get
nameplates
out of
on
here with
my
that
and
troll stuff.
Sayaka's rooms got switched.
And I still don't know why. My only, like, was Sayaka trying to get me killed and then swapped it out of guilt? 3D is better than 2D. Come on,
They
let's
got
be real.
switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. So switching the nameplates would be
What a
no problem. And the
normie.
one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
That's the one answer I still don't
Right.
have.
Okay, then who did it?
You, Mr. Very Guilty. There's only one person who would have switched it. I don't know. Why would the killer swap the nameplates? Like, why? I feel like it has to be Sayaka.
I got it!
Sayaka, I
Me
mean.
and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Check the nameplates to make sure.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
But I still don't know that answer.
Was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Wrecked.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Are we gonna look for gold on,
We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Probably. And if I had to guess, it was Leon.
What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka had the knife.
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because there was gold on her wrist. Oh.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear.
Is this what... I'm just curious, exactly what I'm playing, like how I'm playing this right now. Is this essentially what Ace Attorney is like? In which case I might need to buy a copy of that game.
Right
this
there
is
where
actually
her
pretty
wrist
fun.
is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
It's a bit more to learn about non-stop. How is there still more? That's also true. Multiple truth bullets, but with like the weak spot, only one of them actually can refute the proper statements. You have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots. Come with the wrong combination, you take damage. Got it. Logic difficulty is set to kind. Fewer bullets will be loaded. Oh, you monster. So how many bullets do I have loaded? Should I be worried? Oh, it's clearly the replica sword sheath or the replica sword. It's definitely not the kitchen knife set.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
It's actually the sheath.
Sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So, she tried to fight. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had, but then the culprit took that from...
And they killed her with...
And that's exactly what happened.
Except it wasn't the sword, it was the sword sheath.
When the fighting, the culprit grabbed,
And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword. Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
But why did Sayaka attack Leon first?
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Yeah.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Her hands, they don't have any gold on them.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Shut up, Toko.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Shut up, Toko.
No, that's not it at all.
The water was off because it's at night.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
Yes, it's because I think you're ugly, Toko.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I
Ugh.
haven't taken a shower here yet.
You've been here like 3 days, girl.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged had to be Sayaka,
I got it!
which drives me
Sayaka?
crazy.
She had the kitchen knife?
Sayaka.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Which kind of drives me crazy and makes me
She
sad.
took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Don't ruin Sayaka for me, man.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
To be fair, she was like 3rd place waifu, versus Junko was definitely 1st.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room, where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out, while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
This is sad.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Thank you, Dangaranpa, breaking my heart not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed
This game
the
is cruel
argument.
and depressing.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
I kind of thought it might have been true when, based off the fact that she didn't pick up the sword. I knew something was
Wouldn't
weird.
it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
But I am a little disappointed.
Makoto,
Because
right
it sucks
now you
to
just
have...
need to concentrate on figuring out the
Still
answer
sad.
to the if we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka.
Is it really all over? Obviously I'm committed. I know exactly who it is. No, there's the blood that she wrote on the wall. Can I point that out, please? Dying message.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Get out of here.
No, that's wrong! There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining, wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her. 11037.
No, it says Leon.
Written.
Well, before we get too far into that, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question. It's on her finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Chihiro, please.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Their name.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Mondo, come on, man.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
But Leon does. It's
Rotate the
upside down.
image 180 degrees.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Why couldn't I tell them that?
You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Are you that dumb? It's me.
Here's my answer.
Mondo
the
is
key
talking
to
to
solving
Gopher.
this
Oh,
mystery
yes, no,
was
that's fair.
simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around,
Are they gonna do
it
it?
becomes the
Leon.
letters L-E-O-N.
Thank you.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
I bet if I went into his room and found the toolkit, I would have seen it
She
too.
wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were.
Which is total garbage. She totally could have just written to the glass wall right next to her. Also, I think the hint was less obvious in Japanese. Probably.
And when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Or you could write it on the wall to your left.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Shut
I'm
up,
the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yep. It's gonna be that. Which matches his shirt.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Leon, you little
As the
punk.
killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece,
and the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's
he's
right.
the only one with
There
his
are
name
plenty
written
of
on the
other
wall.
people here with shirts like mine.
Not with their names written on the wall.
With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
So I wasn't able to get rid of. How it was disposed of? Where it was disposed of, or when it was disposed of? Oh, clearly I'm wrong. Otherwise, they wouldn't say anything. Yep. Was it when? Nope.
Shoot!
Why does it matter that it was the incinerator?
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh, I'm stupid. He's the only one who could throw the crystal ball at a button and hit it for sure because he's a baseball star.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash.
Interesting.
It's the crystal ball. Okay, come on.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
That's true.
So the only one who could get to the person in charge of the...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to do...
No, you don't.
No, that's wrong.
Objection!
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but
But how would you use it?
The killer used it in a certain way, which was to throw it.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned it on. Very strange. It was off. Shocker.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could
Divine
have
with
been
it, yeah,
turned on
obviously.
without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate.
Which also means he was somehow able to roll up his shirt into a ball and throw it into the incinerator, which is actually way more impressive.
Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Nope. Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small.
Might require being a professional baseball player.
Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Dude, he's literally selling himself.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The ultimate baseball star.
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Dun,
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Not actually true, because not all baseball players can pitch, but that's a different subject.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Invisible water tank to the other side of the canyon is harder than bungee jumping in a haystack blindfolded and finding a needle in it. Is there a way to do that? Because I don't know if there is.
And with that...
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument. Yeah, how do I close? Complete summary of the case. Oh, we get to make a comic book? That's actually kind of cool. Oh, it reads right. I'm stupid. It reads right to left. Make sure I didn't mess anything up. That makes more sense there. We skipped that one. That one's already on there. Okay, I think this is right.
The killer is you! I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in.
She does look crazy, and it makes me feel
words,
really bad.
My room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
What do you mean she didn't drop the knife now?
Here's exactly what happened.
That feels like garbage.
During the struggle,
I guess
and
it's because
that's
she
when
dropped it in
lost her
bath.
grip
Whatever.
on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered,
That's where he tested the door,
the
so that's
killer
why I
went
know that
after
that's
her,
the right one there.
but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got. Sayaka knew about that because
Sorry, we're not gonna fully listen to that.
So
I didn't know there were
instead,
hints.
The killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had to keep the killer from noticing. And with that, was Sayaka dead? First, they took off their Then they wanted to.
Sorry, we already know this whole story. We pretty much talked
After
through
they tried the
through it
track,
completely, so we're gonna just click through it
So
pretty
they-
fast.
the kid for any and that. The crystal ball, which then put. Having destroyed the final piece of it, there was one part of the shirt the killer didn't notice this. Isn't that... It would appear that Hero simply... You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt. And that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball? You thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object?
He objects to it all.
Hell
but there's
yes,
nothing
I
he can do.
object. Of course I do. I object. I object. I object. I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence?
That's
Without
not-
evidence,
what?
it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Does he not know what evidence
Well then,
is?
I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto,
Oh, a bullet time battle? Destroy your opponent's statement with rhythm. Wait, what? Hold up, what? In time with the rhythm? Match their breasts with the tempo meter as they go across the screen. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to understand this. Psych, it's actually a rhythm game. FPS visual novel. Lol.
when the killer broke the bathroom doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. So what?
I refuse to acknowledge stupid.
I'm not listening to that crap. So, do I just keep clicking?
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Where's your proof? You kidding me?
I don't get this. Oh, it's right. That's why. Wait, are you serious? Let's be real. Hold up. Let's be real. If you had that entire thing and I just messed up that last little bit, there's no way that that would ever happen. Yes, give me another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Left click, click to target, then right click to destroy them.
When
It
the
didn't,
killer, so what?
like,
I refuse.
those are kind of wonky.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. You lied. Shut up. Stupid.
That's weird.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it. The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
Still don't know why he wouldn't just use the one that was in my... Where's your proof? Stupid! You lie! I don't know why he wouldn't just use my toolkit and why he used his own,
Must be
though.
what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Yep. Solian, I am playing Danganronpa, and I don't really know what it is. Apparently, it is a rhythm FPS visual novel.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Shut up, Leon.
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Right now, we are in court, and I'm proving that Leon killed this girl. As you can tell, he's not very happy, and he doesn't really have... I mean, he has a very well thought through argument right there.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
Stupid.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
I feel kind of bad for him. Because at the same time... he very clearly had the problem. Exactly. He wasn't planning on murdering her at the start. Oh, hey, I got some coins.
Looks
Shut
like
up.
you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
I hate you so much, Monokuma.
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right?
I don't know why they did that rhythm part. I just know that it's there.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Shut up,
What's
Eddie.
it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
They definitely... Oh my god. Oh my god, what is this? He's yelling over the discussion and I'm getting a word in by timing the stuff. I guess that kind of makes sense. So we're voting on who was the killer, and if we're correct, then the killer gets executed. If we're wrong, everybody gets executed. That's not the killer, and the killer gets to escape. The blackened, or in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Nope. Leon. Leon, did you really? 11:37. 11:037. Kill Sayaka.
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
He's not wrong. It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be standing here. So... Every character is actually an ultimate of what they're at. This guy is the ultimate baseball player. There was an ultimate pop sensation, ultimate fashionista, ultimate programmer, ultimate, I'm the ultimate lucky guy. As you can tell, not so much, but yes. Basically, we're all the ultimates, and the entire concept was we were going to this school, which was supposed to be all the ultimates go here, and once you get done with it, you are, like, you have so much about you that you'll be set for life. But it was really a trick by that stupid two-faced teddy bear, and now we're this mess.
I was just unlucky. That's all.
Shut up.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. When I think about it, honestly, it'd be better off if we were wrong. Because if what came up really was the truth, then the truth is that Sayaka was gonna frame me. Who even are these people? Now you murder people. There you go, yeah. What Saren said is 100% correct. And then I think what Cyclone said is also kind of correct, but I'm not sure. Because the whole concept of this school was it was supposed to be top tier, sponsored by the government. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind... It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw there. So, they saw videos about their lives this same day, and that's probably what pushed Sayaka over the edge, seeing all of these really close, amazing friends of hers just completely fall apart. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I couldn't imagine. Now we're trapped in here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. She did whatever it took to reach that dream. Which, to be fair, that's actually her saying it, but whatever. I mean it, even if some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for her friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. Sad. Sad.
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
That's so sad. She was lying from the very beginning. She was using me. Feels bad. Feels real bad, man. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? Please, no. Don't ruin everything for me. I guess I'll never know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Because she's dead. Oh boy, the entertainment sure must be terrifying, huh? I refuse to believe that she played me like a fiddle. I refuse to believe that she wasn't with the proper intentions at first, and then it got out of hand when stupid Monokuma decided that it was worth to do that. I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness.
Phew.
I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, huh? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. What specifically is confusing? Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. You stupid two-faced teddy bear piece of garbage. Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly, in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. Don't touch him! I don't want to die! I already lost the other girl that was amazing to that. But...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure I would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let go of it for now. Damn it.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Since you so magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense, except that's a lie, because you walked away, got a tool, and came back and murdered her.
Is that okay?
When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you not use your own... Did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing. But you chose not to. Is it because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone else, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. Stupid teddy bear.
Huh?
Swa? If it weren't for you, none of this would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Oh, did you wake up to your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice. What? After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that awakened within you? Just shut up. Well, okay. Well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get what everyone's waiting for. The punishment.
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey!
No more begging.
Come on now!
No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rule. Society demands it.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No!
Does he die from puns? Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Should I be like worried about how gruesome this is about to be? Hide your kids. Whoa, my. Is he gonna get, like, beat to death with baseballs? Because that's kind of messed up, dude. Oh, no. That's kind of messed up, dude. Don't watch. I can't think of a single reason how any of them could be watching. Like, how could you watch that and not be sick to your stomach? Even if they did kill somebody you knew. Ugh. That would be terrible. 1,000 baseballs. What we saw, that was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme!
I hate you, Monokuma. Oh, at least he isn't the ultimate polar. Oh my gosh, that's not a good thought. Oh no, I just realized how the ultimate swimmer would die, and that's really depressing. And then I just realized that the ultimate writer would probably die from paper cuts.
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Well?
If you don't like it. All you gotta do is swear to cut ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. I didn't watch and I'm okay with that. I'll be honest, probably the right choice. Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen when you brought it up. Every character I like is dying. Does that mean that the ultimate lucky guy would die from elephant pong overdose? It's funny because it's a depressing thought. But that's the only if every single one of you can get on board with that. Man, they hired somebody really good to being an evil two-faced teddy bear.
Damn you!
Why are you doing all this evil stuff to us?
What the heck?
You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or, in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear.
Well...
Why are you putting such an upstanding young citizen like me through this? I remember what happened after this. It's funny because it's sad. It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a smile on a scale, or a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together. You piece of shit. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground. He's the ultimate biker gang leader, by the way. You must really hate me so much to get angry, huh? But if you do that, you'd be barking way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame! Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped inside this place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. So, was there more to this game before the murdery? Otherwise, how did... So, there was an entire prologue in a Chapter 1, and then at the end of Chapter 1... Yeah, you do get to spend time with characters, and at the end of Chapter 1, this happens. Boy, isn't it wonderful that we all get to live here together!
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This is what everyone's waiting for, after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I've said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Yeah, the two characters, I only spent time with two characters, and both of them were the first two to die. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment...
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? Rip me, right? See, the problem is now I don't want to like more characters because I know they're gonna die. She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of the case yourself. Hang out with Trihex. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka had betrayed me myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool. Can be such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact you can never change. Feels Sayori No! Don't do this to me! Don't you do this to me! But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. Wait, how do you know that? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
The ultimate speedrunner. Oh, you! Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you by writing Leon's name on the wall.
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she would have never left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. I told you, I feel like a part of her knew it wasn't something she could do, but she felt like it was her only choice, so she had to try. And it makes me feel really, really bad. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others will never be able to break free from such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? That's... I could never do that. No. I'm gonna carry with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
Not Junko, I won't carry her memories. Screw that! I, personally, am going to be taking care of Junko's memories, because I loved her character. She was amazing. By the way, I have to admit I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic.
What?
Oh. Right in the feels. Ow. I guess Makoto didn't realize I liked Junko. Ow. Oh, that hurt me. That hurt my feels, dude. Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Rip 3 of my favorite characters. Rip them so hard. That's so depressing. No, I don't want that. Don't give me that. M for mature. Not sure whether or not people are going to notice it or care, but just in case, I thought I'd throw it up there, because this is very much a mature title, and usually a lot of the stuff I've been doing had been a lot more not so mature. How many save slots do I have? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going down then. That's too much work. I'd rather just put the one letter. Well, if it's nighttime, why am I even awake? Can I just not sleep because I can't stop thinking about her? Please tell me she's not still in my bathroom. Oh, they cleaned it. It's like she never was there. That's not a much less depressing thought. It's gone. She really is gone. It's almost like there was nothing there to begin with. Every last sign of Sayaka's existence has disappeared without a trace. It's just like he said. After the class trial, before we took the elevator back up, Monokuma told us.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I almost forgot. Since the class trial's over, I'll go ahead and dispose of all the corpses.
What are you gonna do?
It's okay. No need to thank me. Just seeing your delighted smiling faces is thanks enough for me. So I'm not sure if it'd be easier to just say go back and watch Sunday's VOD or try to explain it. But basically what happened was she said she was scared and she knew somebody was trying to get into her room to kill her, so she wanted to swap rooms with me. But then she went and swapped signs on the rooms and tried to kill the guy so that if she did kill the guy, she could pin it on me. But at the same time, she also couldn't really go through with it because she actually had a heart. Which, to be fair, makes me care about less of Leon because clearly, whereas she did try to kill him first, he very much clearly had no issue going through with killing somebody. After all, nobody wants to look at a rotting corpse every day. That can't be good for your health. I didn't even have time to mourn Sayaka and Junko's deaths. See, Makoto knows it, and that's the only important thing. Bear is so thoughtful, right? He's the just most thoughtful little teddy bear. So huggable. I'm sure that's exactly why he did it. It's a bad joke, a sickening dream. But I have to accept the reality of all of it. I headed back to the dining hall to meet up with the others. Sorry I'm late. I mean, to be fair, of all the deaths to mourn, I feel like Junko and Sayaka's are the easiest to, but even more Junko's. Because Junko's was 100% not even out of hurting others. He's just swapping between who he cares about. To be fair, the first one wasn't what he said. It was what whatever her name said.
So,
Are you okay, Makoto?
Listen to me!
You sure took your sweet time. I was just about to go and drag you back in here. Sorry. So, what happened? Was your room all fixed up like you said? I imagine it'd be pretty hard to sleep with a rotting corpse in your bathroom. Shut up, Taka.
Hey, come on.
Jesus, that's fucked up, man. Why would you say something like that? See, I'm growing to like Mondo a lot more, too. My room was spotless. There wasn't anything left. Like, the whole thing never happened.
I see.
It must be tough staying there now. Knowing what happened, why don't you just stay in Sayaka's room? Well, staying in there with her scent still hanging in the rear, that would hurt just as much. Plus, I've decided that I can't turn away from her death. Makoto. Hey, cheer up. Getting depressed isn't going to help anything, right? If we all work together, I'm sure we'll find a way to get out of here.
You got it!
So, everyone, just try and cheer up and get back on track. Is that honestly supposed to make any of us feel better? Huh? We were already working together, and yet someone was still murdered. Anyone could betray us at this point. Now that it's happened once, it's a question of when, not if, the next one takes place. Shut up! Yeah, because Sayaka made the first move.
Well...
But if we work together against the mastermind, nobody will have a reason to do something like that.
Stop talking.
Keep telling yourself that. I'll be over here in the real world. Douchebag. Working together, fighting a common enemy. Like it or not, it's not that simple. What do you mean?
Are you okay with this?
The mastermind seems to be much more powerful than we ever expected. They took over Hope's Peak, which was supposed to be a well-defended, then modified and fit to their desire. They created Monokuma, which seems to be incredibly advanced, and they're providing for our every need. And the cherry on top is the execution we just witnessed.
Honestly.
Everything has been planned down to the last excruciating detail. This one's gas. Just don't make a spectacle of yourself. Oh my gosh. This is not the work of your everyday psychopath. Defying them may be too great of a risk.
So then...
Then what are we supposed to do? Anyone who doesn't want to escape will just have to follow the rules. In which case, the only option is to deceive those around you and win the game.
What?
No what? I don't
I
want to
can't
live.
take it.
If it means killing someone else is the only way to do it. That's actually a girl. She is the ultimate martial artist. I don't want to kill anyone else.
Huh?
Anyone else? What do you mean, man?
It's because...
Leon died because we all voted for him, right? It's no different from us killing him ourselves. But... She is a badass. She seems like such a sweetheart, too. Just like a kind of sweetheart that could kill me in 2 seconds. But...
So,
if we hadn't have voted for him, then we all would have died instead, right? That isn't what you wanted, right?
So it would seem.
She's right. If you heap that kind of blame on yourself, you'll turn into a full-fledged masochist. Chihiro, listen. You're not to blame. Not you, not Leon, and not Sayaka. The mastermind is responsible for everything that's happened. We had no choice but to vote. I can't even imagine what would have happened for us if we refused. In the end, it was Monokuma who ultimately killed Leon. So don't waste your anger on yourself. Instead, direct it at the mastermind. Bing bong. It's nighttime.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Oh, and one other thing.
What?
It was totally obvious before that you were trying to make yourselves feel better and justify what you did. See you, don't see you, see you. That's about how much I can see you, even when you try to hide. Now pay attention and remember this well. The burden of judging others is a heavy one to bear, so be well aware of your actions.
That was punful.
Order and stability rely on the sacrifice and responsibility of everyone. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite.
Yeah, I know, that pun was terrible, right, Toko? Was he saying it's our fault what happened? That's pretty cruel, man.
Don't fuck with me.
That piece of shit. Who does he think he is? And so, the day drew to a close. A tense, maddening day that saw the deaths of 3 classmates. Sayaka, Junko, and Leon. But this is just the beginning. Our despair has only begun. And with that, don't tell me that. You're breaking my heart, man. Oh no, I just wanted to save. Okay, fine. I woke up the next day to Monokuma's normal morning announcement. Then he called us all to the gym. What's he gonna do to us this time? We were all practically frozen with fear, but Monokuma was determined to get us involved in his little game. And with that goal in mind, he began it.
Okay, lift your arms up and down. One, two, three, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Of course, Taka's the one who's like the most in
Now
this.
reach way up and bend way down.
We're doing yoga with a killer teddy bear.
Tighten those muscles. Let's add a little strength, a little speed speed to those young bodies of yours.
You've had worse gym teachers than a serial killer bear. That's depressing. Doesn't this just feel great being stuck inside like this? You gotta make sure you stay healthy. You're the one who's keeping us stuck inside. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's my motto. Whoa, I sounded pretty cool just now, don't you think? Did you fall in love with me? Am I just to die for? Am I just to die in writhing agony for? So, why did you call us here? Certainly it wasn't just to make us exercise. Just to make you exercise? Just to make you exercise?
Hey!
If exercise makes you laugh, exercise will make you cry. Now, if you keep doing these exercises, you will uncover the secret of the assassin's fist. Passed down from generation to... In the Empire of Darkness, the power can be yours. Sounds like the junk a middle schooler would come up with. It doesn't matter. Just get to the point. Oh, wait, that's not him. It doesn't matter. Just get to the point. Did you really call us down here just to exercise?
Hey!
Of course not. You really think I have that kind of free time on my hands? Okay, then. I'd like to make an announcement. Every time you overcome a class trial here at Hope's Peak, a whole new world will open up for you.
What the heck?
A whole new world?
You guys?
It'd really suck if you had to live here forever with nothing new to stimulate you. Besides, I know how you kids get these days with your ADD and ADHD. Gotta keep you motivated.
Very
So go ahead, look around all you want. Enjoy the brave new post-trial world till you explode. With that, Monokuma disappeared, leaving us even more confused than when he'd shown up. But a whole new world?
Could it be...
Is he talking about a way to get outside?
I wonder about that.
That seems unlikely.
Piece of shit!
Well, we don't know till we look.
Hey,
Whatever he meant, it seems we'll have to search the school one more time.
You hear me?
Okay, let's split up and start investigating. When you're done, everyone meet back at the dining hall. We'll share what we found. You're basically a one-trick pony. You know that?
Got it!
More like a staple food source. Now let's get moving. Seeing his words as their signal, everyone scattered and left the gym. Alright, with that... That's not how you save. We're gonna go ahead and wind down for today. That has been quite the trip. I don't want to know who's gonna die next. Knowing my luck, it's gonna be the next person.